Hi, welcome to Book to Film, and today we're going to be looking at The Giver. There's been a huge surge in popularity for dystopian, utopian, and post-apocalyptic societies in today's entertainment industry, especially amongst the teenage demographic, which we probably have books like The Hunger Games and the Divergent series to thank for that. It's very interesting when you look at The Giver, which was originally published in 1993. A lot of the actors who are playing the young characters in these movies were only in elementary school when The Giver first came out. It's amazing how certain books like this can have such an impact on today's entertainment. You may have read The Giver in middle school, or if you were like me and managed to skip that one, read it recently just before the film. I was really concerned when the trailer first came out because it seemed like there were some major differences, and in a way there were. Overall, I don't think many of the changes took away from the core elements of what the book was trying to get at. First off, I'm just going to be talking mostly about what I thought of the film, and then I'm going to give you guys an alert whenever I'm going to be talking about spoilers, like the main differences between the book and the movie. Overall, as far as a book-to-movie adaptation, I think it did an okay job. It took the core elements of the book and kept true to the main story. Yes, there were some minor changes, but overall, like I said before, I don't think it deterred from what the story was trying to get at. The acting across the board was very good. I thought Jeff Bridges was fantastic as the Giver, and Meryl Streep as the Chief Elder, she did very well. Brenton Thwaites I thought was a little inconsistent. I'm not sure if that was due to direction or to writing. He had some very good moments, especially his scenes with Jeff Bridges. Those were some of the most genuine scenes I felt because I really believed that they were their characters talking about what they needed to talk about. The younger cast left me wanting a little more. Like I said, they were very inconsistent, some genuine scenes, some very touching moments, but overall I felt like the acting could have been a little bit better as far as the younger cast goes. While I've said that I think the main core of what the story was trying to get at, highlighting the beauty and the pain of humanity, was still very true, the movie left me feel like something was missing. They didn't completely encompass what the book was trying to get at. Now I'm going to talk a little bit more about spoilers, so if you haven't read the book or if you haven't seen the movie yet and you don't want anything ruined, maybe turn off the video right now. The first difference that you'll notice is the age difference. In the book, Jonas, which is portrayed by Brenton Thwaites in the movie, was only 12 years old, and in the movie he's 17 or 18, I'm not sure which. So it's a huge age difference. Again, I don't think it really deterred from it because I think Brenton Thwaites did a good job of portraying the innocence of what this character is, because people in this community still have no idea what true pain and suffering is, and they also have no idea what sexuality means, because in their family units there's no such thing as sexuality, it's simply companionship. They tried to play up the romance a lot in the trailer between Jonas and his female friend. I was kind of glad that they didn't delve into it as much. They kind of touch on it in the book, but of course the characters are a lot younger in the book. They wanted to kind of bring in that Hollywood romance that you see in The Hunger Games, Twilight, Divergent, which I can't really hold against them. I think they still did a good job with it. I feel like, didn't really deter from the story, but again, I probably could have done without the romance scenes. The second major change that I noticed was how the Giver is received in the community. In the book, he's widely respected and very revered, and even the Chief Elders, they don't have any fear of the memories that he holds. They don't have any fear of losing control of the people in their society because they have such control already. In the movie, Meryl Streep's character, the Chief Elder, is brought in to bring in some major conflict. And in the movie, you see Jeff Bridges, who's portraying the Giver, he's kind of pushed aside a lot of the time. He's supposed to be this very respected character, but then you see him getting virtually no respect from the Chief Elders. The third thing, of course, is the Chief Elder, played by Meryl Streep. In the book, it's a very minor and very kind of muted role, but in the movie, of course, there's lots of conflict and you can see a lot of animosity between the Chief Elder and the Giver. But of course, if you're going to have Meryl Streep in your movie, you better give her a pretty significant role. I think she did a good job, but again, it kind of felt like they were doing something different than the original story. The mark that made the receiver of memories significant. In the book, it had to do with their fair eyes, blue eyes, or something like that. And in the book, or in the movie, they make it this mark that they have on their wrists, which is kind of weird because, I don't know, they try to add this really mystical element into this really futuristic society. In the book, it seemed very simple. Yes, they had some television sets that they could communicate with and speakers, but it wasn't so advanced as what the movie was trying to make it. I really enjoyed Jeff Bridges' character as the giver. It was one of the most genuine performances and most accurate that we see in the movie from the book. He obviously had a lot invested in this, and he cared for it a lot since he bought the movie rights to the film 18 years ago. I really enjoyed Meryl Streep's performance. It was something different that you didn't get to see from the book originally, and I think it translated pretty well to screen. And of course, if you're going to bring someone like Meryl Streep in, you need to give her a bigger role. Brenton Thwaites, I thought, did okay. His performance was pretty inconsistent, but a lot of it was very genuine still. I liked the scenes he had with Jeff Bridges, and I also appreciated the scenes he had with the little baby, which is something you don't get to see a lot these days. As far as a book-to-film adaptation, like I said, it took what the book had to say and really kind of translated it fairly well on screen. So I'd give that about a 4 out of 5 stars as far as adaptation goes. The movie itself really left me wanting more. I feel like it didn't completely encompass what the book had to say. It didn't really talk about the complete suffering of humanity, that you can also find beauty in it as well. It touched on, but it didn't really, like someone else said it before, they kind of broached the subject. They didn't really encompass the complete ideal. So as far as the movie goes, I'd have to go with something as low as like a 3 out of 5. I liked the movie, good times to be had. Will you like it? I can't say. If you liked the book, you'll probably appreciate that the movie did a pretty honorable adaptation. That's all for now. Stay tuned next week. I'll be doing If I Stay.